Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Ligaya, the food and dining editor for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Every week we go out and about in and around Atlanta. Today we find ourselves at a restaurant called Catfish Hox. It's in Marietta. The location, exact address, is 2595 Sandy Plains Road. The reason that we're here is because Catfish Hox is one of 10 restaurants that we reviewed as part of our dining guide, the fall dining guide, which was released a couple weeks ago. You can find it online at myajc.com/dining. For this particular restaurant, I was really surprised by something that our reviewer, Wendell Brock, who was the person who reviewed this restaurant, said. Of Catfish Hox, I'm going to quote, "I was delighted to discover Executive Chef Philip Creaser is an artist when it comes to catfish cookery. Case in point, his catfish and waffles with candied pecans and maple syrup. In a more just and perfect universe, I believe this inspired dish would knock the infamous chicken and waffles off its mighty throne. I'll admit I thought it sounded like an odd marriage at first, but once I took a bite of these sweet, savory bedfellows, a delicate cornmeal-crusted filet and the Belgian waffle it reclined upon, I was hooked. I added a few dribbles of syrup, plus a little Tabasco, and the thrill was real." We are here today at Catfish Hox to get a look at how Philip Creaser is both artist at catfish cookery and in particular turning what we think chicken and waffles into this fabulous catfish and waffles. So come along, we're going to go to the back, we're going to meet a chef, and we're going to learn how he does it. The restaurant opened a year ago. As I mentioned before, it's in Marietta. The location is 2595 Sandy Plains Road. Hello, Chef.
Hey, how you doing? Good morning.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to Catfish Hox. Appreciate you guys coming, checking us out. We smoke everything on the Big Green Egg. We do some great catfish from Mississippi. We do it Southern style from scratch. Real green tomatoes, make our fried green tomatoes. All our sauces are in-house, so we try to do the best we can.
Excellent. All right, well, I'm going to talk loudly because I know we've got the, there we go. You agreed to show us a little bit of how you make some catfish and waffles. Where'd you get the idea of pairing catfish and waffles?
Well, just around Atlanta, they're known for chicken and waffles, so us being called Catfish Hox, I figured let's do a little twist and put a little bit of catfish on top of the waffle, Belgian waffle we use, and just go that way. It's becoming a trend, like popular. It's just one of those things that people tend to look at, fusion and trying to do different things out there.
All right, so maybe this is something, if you show us how to do it, we'll try to do it at home. But so let's get moving on our.
Sure, let me get the catfish.
Sure. For those of you who are
from
just
Mississippi, all we do is lightly dust it with the yellow cornmeal.
All right, repeat that again. Your catfish is from Mississippi?
Oh yeah, Mississippi. It's fresh. Put a little bit of cracked black pepper on it.
Okay.
A little Salt Bae. And just put it in the fryer, pretty much. Let the fish do itself.
How much of this are you making a day?
You mean like?
How much are you selling?
How much catfish I'm selling?
The catfish and waffles. Is this like
okay.
your most popular?
Well, it's coming. I mean, we're a small restaurant. We've been about a year now. We're just getting noticed, so it's coming up. I mean, maybe a dozen, baker dozen a day. I mean, it's getting there.
All right. Those of you who are just joining us, I'm Ligaya, the food and dining editor at the AJC. Today we are at Catfish Hox. It's a restaurant in Marietta. It was one of 10 restaurants that we reviewed as part of our fall dining guide. We were curious because this place, one of the things that they offer is catfish and waffles, so we wanted to test it, come learn how they do it, and get a taste of it. So you guys opened just a year ago, huh?
Yes, September, actually. I pretty much went from the demographics of where we're at, and I figured that they needed a good southern place. This is a small complex-like type of building where we have Chick-fil-A across the street. We got a lot of competitors. We got a Japanese restaurant right next to me. Okay. So it's a good family orientation around here. The community right next to Sprayberry High School.
Nice.
So, there you go. The waffles pretty much you're just using like a cup, you know, about a quarter cup of oil, and we put raw sugar and a little bit of vanilla extract in it to make it like a Belgian waffle. And then we just put it in the pretty much the waffle maker. And let it do its thing.
Let it do its thing. So pretty standard there.
Yeah, pretty standard. Also wanted to take you outside to our Big Green Egg and show us that we're smoking brisket all day.
Okay.
For about 10 hours. So if we could walk out there. And
yeah, we'll head out there next as soon as we plate this guy up.
Let me get the plate going.
If you have questions for Chef Philip Creaser, he and his wife Vivian opened this restaurant a year ago. They're in Marietta. The exact address is?
Yeah, it's 2595 Sandy Plains Road, right across from Sprayberry High School. And this is my assistant, my pastry chef, Alex. She helps me out a lot in doing pies and cakes in the house. She's got a lot of experience. She went to Johnson's and Wells. You know, I pick her brain in the pastry department. Just got that going. Alright, that's the catfish. I'm gonna let you do this one and take it on pretty much.
It's a pretty tiny operation in back here, huh? Kind of free space.
Not actually. I work in smaller places. Very small.
Alright. So we got our waffle here, our Belgian waffle.
Yeah, Belgian waffle. Just put the catfish on there. Go ahead and put the candied pecans she makes in the house. And just some maple syrup and butter. Very simplistic, but it's a good savory dish.
Now, do you ever put Tabasco? When Wendell ate it, he put a little touch of Tabasco on top?
Oh yeah, if you want Tabasco, we have pretty much Louisiana hot sauce out there.
Okay, so not chicken and waffles, but catfish and waffles.
There you go.
Excellent. All right, so Chef, you're going to show us a little bit more. Tell us, you're going to take us out to your Big Green Egg.
Yeah.
What else do you offer besides catfish and?
We got smoked wings. A lot of people love our smoked wings. We do our pulled pork on the Big Green Egg. I do it more of a North Carolina which I make a vinegar base type, and it's pretty much our own recipe. I used to live in North Carolina, so what I would do is grab the pulled pork that we smoked the other day, put it in a pan, and then hit it with the North Carolina vinegar base and let it do its thing. About 2 minutes it'll come back to life, and a lot of people eat it and they don't even need barbecue sauce. As this sauce is pretty much like cider vinegar, a little bit of brown sugar which makes it caramelized, and then all the spices in it that already give it to it. And then you got the pulled pork that already has the smoked flavor from smoking it on the Big Green Egg.
Yeah, I do have to mention that when I walked in the door, I definitely could smell the smoke in here.
Oh, that's good.
That's a good thing.
We've got a question from online. Speaking about the pastries, can you tell us which types of pastries are made and sold on site?
Oh, you'll have to go to my pastry chef, Alex.
Alex, can you tell us what pastries that you make here?
It would be the pumpkin pie, the blueberry pie, peach pie, pecan pie, red velvet cake, carrot cake, and I feel like I'm sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato pie.
Which would actually be Miss Vivian's mother's recipe.
And all of those are available every single day that you're open?
For the pumpkin and the sweet potato pie, we're having them, we try to do it by seasons.
Okay.
So that's going to be for like the fall, winter seasons. The red velvet cake, the pecan cake, pecan pie, and the carrot cake all year round. The blueberry, going probably the spring, summerish, around that time. Because a lot of people request the blueberry at the
Tell you what, when we are walking out, we'll make sure to pass by that pastry case so that you can take a look at all of those cakes. Yeah. So those of you just joining us, I'm Ligaya, the food and dining editor at the AJC. Every week we go out and about to restaurants in and around Atlanta. Today we are in Marietta at a restaurant called Catfish Hox. We're learning how they make one of their specialty items, which is the Catfish and Waffles. This is a recipe by Chef Phil Creaser. He and his wife Vivian own the restaurant here. And another thing that he was showing us is his North Carolina pulled pork sandwich.
Smoked pulled pork. Made from scratch.
All right, so we'll head outside. I know you wanted to
We're going to go
walk us
outside
through.
and show off the big green egg.
We'll take a walk back through the dining room, so those of you who couldn't see it the first time. Yeah. Here's our chef. You want to stop and point out some of these pies here we got going? We had a question earlier about some of the
we just took
desserts.
these out of the oven this morning.
There you go.
Peach pie, we got the blueberry pie.
Beautiful lattice.
Pumpkin pie back there. A pecan
Strawberry
pie.
cheesecake down here, red velvet,
Yeah.
sweet potato pie on the bottom, and a carrot cake over to the right. So, plenty of choices there.
And everything from our blondie brownie to chocolate chip.
A lot of ways to settle your sweet tooth. All right, we're going to walk out toward the front here. Oh, I can smell the smoke. This is Vivian Creaser. She and her husband Phil own the restaurant here.
Welcome. Hope to see you soon.
And we'll take a look. Oh, I can smell it going. Here's our big green egg.
So this is where the magic happens. We use oak wood and hickory, a mix, and a big green egg. And this was a brisket we've been smoking for the last 12, 13 hours. It's about a 20-pounder. Once it gets around 180, I'll pull it out and then slice it and serve it out, pretty much.
Awesome. So a lot of options here. We can go for the barbecue, or we can come for the fish.
Yes.
Sounds great. Well, Chef, thanks so much for having us here. We appreciate you taking the time, and we look forward to seeing you all next time. We'll see you next week.
All right. Happy Veterans Day.
Happy Veterans Day, indeed.